Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are finally pulling the trigger on the Prethoryn Scourge. We haven't pulled the trigger on this front yet, but this front, and this front are all good to go. So that is absolutely great. I do want to go through our jobs here with the game paused so that it, this actually needs to be migrated somewhere. We'll go ahead and move this robot over to like a forge world or at least somewhere with a few jobs. Or a lot of jobs. Like this generator world. Cool. That'll do. But this will definitely be less laggy if we do it with the game paused. No doubt about that. So let's go ahead and grab, say, a hypercomms forum here. Let's see. There's this forge world. I would definitely like to put in... There's a planetary capital, but I'm not seeing a Ministry of Production here. We replace the hydroponics farm with a Ministry of Production. Unless I'm blind and there already is one. No, right here. So we replace that like so. And then we upgrade, say... we just build an industrial district. That should do the trick. Okay, so we've got this forge world here. It requires housing, of all things. This is a planetary administration. We'll just put in an industrial district. That'll solve that for now. This forge world needs housing and a job. An industrial district will solve both nicely. This forge world requires a job. An industrial district would solve that. Indeed, that looks good. What else do we have? This mining station requires a specialist job. Okay, with it being a mining station, I feel like this should probably be changed over to be some sort of a, like, foundry station. So we would do that, and then we would put in a Ministry of Production. It's a little awkward to build it in this order. So I think we would build an alloy foundry and then the Ministry of Production. Like that. Cool. What else would we need? Anything else in here? Nope, that looks good. Okay, so let's progress here. I want to take a look at this starbase. Sure. The moment we unpause, the lag starts. I like it. And we'll come on up over this direction. Okay, that's at 1% as well. Checking in up here looks fine. Cool. So these guys are just kind of chilling, right? We made sure that we already reinforced our fleets. That's good. And we're mostly just constructing these stations at this point. That's our primary goal at this moment. Although we should start moving into Prothon quite soon. So let's go ahead and do so. Now, Surma, this is not a world that we want to take over just yet. This is the Great Zadran Mandate that still controls this. So we don't want to do too much there. And these guys are leaving, awkwardly enough. The Karelian Foundation has attacked Terabellum. This is only partially occupied by the Prethoryn Scourge, right? No? Partially. It's partially occupied. Okay. So we have Prothon at this point. We are going to grab... Let's see. This one. And we're going to head in and build a starbase in Prothon. For the moment, we're just going to be parked here. And if we need to replenish anything, we will. But we don't. As soon as we are done... Okay, we've already researched that project. We're going to come research this one then. Looks good. So we've got all that debris analyzed. Cool. And we're just slowly expanding into Prethoryn Scourge territory. Unfortunately, we can't progress over here because they've not fully annexed any of this. This means that it would go back to the Great Zadran Mandate, which we don't necessarily want. Okay, there's another refugee coming in. Looks good.
Debris analyzed.
Checking in on this front. Nothing to be done just yet. And checking in on this front. Yeah, this has got the Kingdom of Yonderan planets here. Those need to be handled before we can properly move in. So we're going to be a little bit slowed down by that. For sure. Will the Karelian Foundation win this? I don't think they will. I think they lose to the station, let alone to this. Right?
Construction complete.
I don't know. The station's getting pretty low. But so are they. Station's about to die. Okay. So in that case, the Corellian Foundation should, in theory, win this. That's a lot of refugees that just came in. I like it. As soon as the game gets caught up here, we'll pause it quick and go through our jobs. It'll be much faster to go through the jobs with it paused, so that'll be fine. I wanted to... I think I missed some because I'm not used to it scrolling this quickly. Okay, cool. So what do we got here? This tech world requires an awoken job. Not much of a tech world, is it? Let's go ahead and build that, but we'll also build a city district there. This is set up as a mining world right now. Fair enough. I would like to put in a mineral purification plant, if that's the case. What else do we have here? This mining station requires a job. Again, a mineral purification plant would be good here. Okay, that looks good. What else do we have going on? This fortress world. We're waiting on a demotion there. Okay. So that all looks good. Excellent. The Prethoryn Starbase will be done soon enough. How are things looking up into Landra? Okay. These guys left. Interesting. So we got some territory so far. We definitely want to get more. It looks like the Corellian Foundation is going to win this, but only barely. Like, this is really, really close. But they do end up winning it in the end. I think. This guy's still got his hull left. They've got like 3 ships left here, or 2 ships left. Actually, they might end up losing this. Oh, these guys just redirected over to here, and now they're redirecting back. They're going back and forth between them. They're not being decisive on who they're attacking, and that's going to cost the Prethoryn Scourge. This guy actually retreats, though. So now there's only the 1 ship left, but this is really close to dead.
Debris analyzed. Construction complete.
But this guy will die quickly.
Debris
and he's out of here.
analyzed.
This ship just appeared out of nowhere. Okay, they retreated. Got it. But the Prethoryn Scourge is bringing in reinforcements, and this should easily win. The Prethoryn wins this. Very clearly. So let's check in on our expansion opportunities. They are minimal at this moment. We can definitely move out into Lastus. But we need to wait for this mining station to finish up. Okay, so we will prepare to move into Lastus. Looks like we already are in position. We can actually go in. Okay, just checking on the strength there. We can expand up to the north here, but this is largely our only expansion opportunity until the Prethoryn Scourge makes their way through some of this territory.
Beginning attack run on enemy station.
Cool. So this station will die very quickly, right? And I want to know what's going on over here, actually. Looks like the Corellian Foundation is losing a battle to the Prethoryn Scourge here. Yes, they're going to lose this. Cool. But they're not going to take that over anytime soon. That's very clear. We have debris in Lastus now, so of course we want to head out and grab that. And as soon as we're done with the mining stations over here, we want this guy to come out here and build the starbase. Cool. So that'll be fine, and from here we have a choice. We can expand over this way and essentially give up on Algol, which is probably what's going to end up happening. Or we can head out over this direction and have access to quite a lot of additional expansion territory, which we'll do eventually. We will definitely do that eventually. Checking in on the north, not a lot to be done there right now. Checking in over here, it looks like the Prethoryn Scourge gave up on Diarmu for the moment. Fair enough. Okay, we got another refugee here. That's all well and good. We haven't had a huge number of them. Let me just scroll through this real quickly to see if there's anything that needs to be done while we're waiting. Looks like the answer to that is negative. Okay, sounds good. So we're going to be done with our mining station here in 10%. That's very close. Looks good. Okay. What do we got going on up over this direction? They're going to have to bombard this world, right? And I don't think that they get that anytime soon. So I think we're going to attack a Streakian here. Is, I think, what's going to go on. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll go eliminate Algol, this fleet here, just so that we don't have to deal with them in our backline. That'll be okay.
Construction complete.
Fantastic. So we just built a research station somewhere. There is this construction ship here, and these guys, that is the reason why we are being very cautious with this. So I don't actually want to go into a Streakian yet. Just sit here. Cool. They're going to try to steal these from us, and we are not going to let them. We have a construction ship here right now, but Terabellum is not really viable for us to attack at this moment. Same way with Subterraneous, unfortunately. So we're going to let this lastest starbase finish up. There's more debris finishing. Cool. Those should be finishing soon. Interesting that we haven't gone for the swarm missiles with our auto tech yet. Not sure why that's not happening, but it's okay. Cool. So we want the Prethoryn Scourge to make their way down through here, right? For sure. We're allowing that to continue to work. We could head this direction and just give up on this pocket of space. And at this point, I feel like that is our best bet. So we're going to head over here and work on making our way down here, taking all of this territory. It is going to be slow moving. No doubt about that. That is absolutely for sure. But yeah, see, this guy attempted to steal the starbase. But we're ahead of him, so it's not going to happen. We are full on our alloys right now. We can actually reinforce one ship, but we're still going to be full. But we're going to head out into Firmathrias, and that'll be fine. Now, they're currently in Subterraneous, and I'm wondering if they're going to try to push through to us. We're going to get both of these guys into position to go to Firmathrias. That'll be fine. Oh, the Sentinels are in our territory. No wonder I never noticed them. Can we actually attack them, though? I don't think we can. Interesting. Very interesting indeed there. Okay, so the Ubzant has a few forces out over this way, but they're not really going to do very much. Cool. We win in Firmathrios, and that, of course, means that we're going to grab this starbase. There's nothing here to actually be grabbed otherwise, so we'll stay there and reinforce our fleets if need be. They do not currently need to be reinforced. 83% done in Lastus. Beautiful. We're full once again on alloys. Not a ton we can do about that. I suppose we could sell them. I don't love it, but we could do that. Cool. So, we're going to get these guys positioned out over here. So we're going to move them on over to the jump point. And we're going to jump on into a Streakian. This will eventually get handled by our construction ship that is set to construct stations, right? So that'll be fine. We would love for the Prethoryn Scourge to fully take over Terabellum. If they did that, we can move up into here and start taking over this constellation. So that'll be good. The Scanurians just made peace with the Ubzant. So this war is now over, and there's only the Han Reconquerors war remaining. That will make the galaxy slightly less laggy, to be sure. And for now, it should be reasonably fine. Okay, so we are going to grab a Streakian here. just as soon as we can, checking to see if the Darwin has anything to do here. That's a negative. We're going to go take these guys out of Algol, I think. They landed here. Let's just park at the jump point. They have an army here. What are they actually doing? There's nobody here. They should just land. There's literally no defensive army. I want to check these planets as well. There is a pretty decent defensive army for both of those. So fair enough. We do have a fair number of refugees still coming in, and actually Sol Prime needs some work. Let's go ahead and put in... We need housing here as well. Okay, so an industrial district would do the trick. Is there anything else that needs to be worked on? Yes, this Forge World here, we should probably put in another industrial district. This Forge World, we should actually put in a civilian industry here. Cool. Anything else? This research station requires housing. I mean, a research district would solve that. So that seems okay. Cool. That looks like it. Checking in up over this direction. Nothing to be done on this front. Over here, nothing to be done over here just yet. Noted. We may have to go after Subterraneous eventually. They're bombarding here. I'd love for them to bring in additional forces. But they have not. We're maxed out on our alloys. We may as well sell off again. And I'm wondering if they're actually going to invade these. What is the army strength here? 1.1k? It looks like they're not actually planning to invade these. So I'm just going to eliminate this. We'll give this back to the commonality of Azan's Crucible, but we'll take a Streakian. So that looks good. We'll just eliminate these forces. Giving up on Algol is not the end of the world.
Complete.
Honestly, the commonality of Azan's Crucible has very little left right now. They got wrecked by the Prethoryn Scourge. However, there is this battle going on out over here, which does mean that we're going to need to start actually moving a bit. So we're going to move these guys. If they're not going to attack over here, the AI is likely to start attacking this now that this war is over. So that means that we're going to go in via this gateway. Let's go, and let's start taking these over. We're going to need to, let's see, it's only via orbital bombardment that they get purged off, right? I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure that's how that works. We'll find out. So we're going to attack over here, and that'll be fine. But yeah, the AI is going to start taking territory, so we need to get more aggressive. That's very, very clear. So these guys are going to head back to Lastus and prepare to attack Olam. Yep. They're definitely going to be moving in here. So we're taking a Streakian right now. That's reasonably fine. I would love to take all of this, but alas, that does not appear that that's going to be a thing. We should definitely move into Camglaria and hop to that jump point. Okay, the Prethoryn will lose that battle. It looks like the AI is properly going to start focusing on the Prethoryn Scourge at this moment. So I'm going to get all of these guys grouped together. I don't think we can actually use our transport armies, but we'll see. We will see. Okay, so we'll take this over, no problem. Then, of course, we need to bring in this guy and this guy. So we can't currently build a starbase because it's not fully surveyed. That's interesting. I think we're going to need to eliminate this location. So we're going to go start bombarding it with indiscriminate bombardment. And we'll see how long that actually takes to bombard that down. And we will survey this system
Scientific
Actually, let's survey the
breakthrough
system first.
achieved.
Survey the system, and then research the project in the system. There we go. Fleet command limit goes up. That's actually convenient for us. With fleet command limit going up, that of course means that we can take this up to like 12, and then we have 6 more slots here. Let's think here. 6, and then this would go to 12 in theory, and then this would be like 24. And then we could toss the rest into corvettes in theory. I don't know that I love that. Maybe we just toss them into corvettes. And call it good. This will give us a reason to spend some of our alloys, which is good. And this will also make us more powerful, which is also good, at least on paper. Cool. So we're going to get all of these corvettes pumped out. That looks great. We're going to come on in over here and start to work on grabbing some of this territory. It looks like we're not going to get anything over here. So we're going to go to Bahiram. And we're going to move these guys up into Terabellum. There is this Prethoryn fleet down here. We'll keep an eye on that for the moment. Okay.
Construction complete.
So we're going to need to survey up over here, obviously. And this bombardment will continue for a while. Devastation is currently 2%. So it's an infested world, and we were told by these guys, the Sentinels. What can you tell us about the Prethoryn? They terraform it into what can only be described as a twisted nightmare. The only way to cleanse the infestation is to burn away the entire biosphere with intense orbital bombardment. Okay. So we'll work on that. I want to check in on the north here. Okay. So we should go grab Camglaria, for sure, and research that project. Fantastic. So our surveys are underway here, and we are bombarding Tech's lesson. So that will be burned away eventually. Once the devastation reaches 100%, we're going to be turning these into tomb worlds, right? So we're going to have to terraform them. That's okay. That's not a big deal. We are continuing to survey this system. Excellent. So, we're going to want to move into Olam, right? No doubt about that. We're going to make our way up over here, and we're going to move to the jump point. So that'll be fine. We're going to take over additional territory over here. And we're attacking Bahiram right now. There is a mega structure here, a sentry array. So that's pretty valuable for us to take. So right now, we need to get in here. And we need to... Actually, this ship can be still on that. The Bengal needs to be building a starbase. And we'll research that project. Cool. Okay, that looks good. So we're grabbing what territory we can, right? And as soon as we're done surveying here, we'll build here if we can. We are bombarding. We're up to 12% devastation. Looks good. Up in the north, not a lot being done, but we are grabbing Camglaria. So that's looking great. We're grabbing territory on quite a number of different fronts here. So we need to move into Olam right now and build a starbase there. Alien megastructure, sure. And we need to not move into Panosta just yet, although that does have a strategic coordination center in it, and that would be really nice to get our hands on. Cool. So the Darwin should come up and research our projects here, and that's looking good. We'll see if they finish off... This is more mega structure here.
Scientific
a ruined orbital ring
achieved.
Okay. Gravitational analysis finishing up. Scourge missiles are going to be done soon. So we're probably going to eventually switch over into Scourge missiles for our frigates, which are currently using Devastator torpedoes, We're probably going to switch that. We'll see. The Tigris isn't doing anything, and that's because we are waiting on this survey to finish. Indeed. And we're waiting on this bombardment as well. Cool. Things are definitely less laggy with the Galactic War gone, so that's good. And the question now is, when is Bahiram going to be done? 30% done? It's going to be a bit yet. Okay. Noted. Well, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to see just how much territory we can get our hands on. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. We don't like to see things like this. And a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Kentuin, James, Shadowwolf, Mlohan80, Kentogan, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Unisol, Rogue Corvid, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.